So anyway, coverage basics, what we're trying to do on trips. We're sort of like a matchup zone basketball team. Think about that, or a palms or pattern reading concept. So again, it's what most people do today. So we believe you can split the football and play one coverage on one side of the ball, accounting for three, and then a different coverage on the other side. So if you back up here, so twins, like we'd be playing cover two with the Sam having the back out, and then to the weak side, we'd be playing cover three with the rover and the wheel sharing the back out. So if there was an undersplit on the back side, we have the ability on the back side here for the rover in the corner to check the coverage to cover two. So again, that on this in this scenario, they both would play cover two on each side. So here to my left, again, because it's split, we think we want to play cover three to a 10-yard split between one and two, and we want to play cover two to twins to create to minimize confusion with our secondary. So as we get the trips, we're always working, trip side to back side. So we have a couple different concepts based on what the person we're playing is doing, and they're trying to maximize. We call this think quarters. When you see 21, we call it 21. Just think quarters. And number one, we're sort of weak on the hitch here a little bit, and then always you're concerned with number three down the middle. So for us, we're reading 1 to 2 on the trip side and 3 to 2 with a free safety, believing one of those three guys are not, or excuse me, all three of those guys are not going vertical. So the wheel has to reroute number three, carrying him to 10 to 12 yards and making the ball be thrown over his head. Sam is going to work, through the apex of number two as he works curl flat. Again, in this concept here, we don't think all three guys are going vertical. However, we do have some safeguards. The Mike will play the back out. And on the back side, the corner's man-to-man. Now, if he's the booster club wide out, meaning, obviously he's limited because of the booster club president, we got to get him on the field. So if he's that kid, we're going to press him probably most of the night and try not to let him catch many balls. If he's Calvin Johnson on the backside, then we may go 2-on-1 and double team him on the backside. So again, we have some options of what we can do. We can press and bail according to who this kid is and what they're doing on the strong side. So again, this is for the most part to the strong side, it's a zone concept. Quarters to the backside, it's a man concept. Okay. So as we progress on this, again, this is just talking to how we try to drop it. So the wheel again is going to work. You want to work hook to curl, and then the Sam is going to work flat to curl because we're weak in the hitch and we're weak on three down the middle. Now the rover can help us on three down the middle because if three works to the deep side of the wheel and starts bending it back towards the rover, he'll slide across and help make us right on that free verticals look. So again, the free safety is reading 3 to 2, and the corner is reading 1 to 2, believing all three kids are not going vertical. So again, this shows you just man-to-man on the backside for the most part. Again, now typically, game plan wise, if this kid bubbles, but every time they bubble, they throw in the ball, then we're going to go get him. Okay, but if he only, if he bubbles and they don't throw in the ball, then we'll give a curl to flat drop on number two to the weak side. So here's just another way to look at it. Again, formation flipped, and this just shows you how if number one ran a hitch, the same would work to him, corner would take number two, the free safety would work to number three.